What movie villain do you secretly agree with? Thanos, half of you need to go. My boyfriend woke up, immediately went to his computer and started making extremely wordy memes. Doctors have gone on strike, but their demands are unclear. In an emergency, a crown will burn for 30 minutes. How long do they burn if it's not an emergency? The best part of Kevin Hart's wedding picture is him standing 10 feet in the foreground to be as tall as his wife. Last night, our eldest teenager refused to go to an event we'd bought tickets for, and was exceptionally rude. So then we left them at home and took the router instead. It had a great time. Why would I have wanted a 4x6mm print? Like, why would they even have that option? Because ants maybe? Ants want to get a print of the ant family and their colony? So Costco apparently doesn't retake membership card photos if you sneeze. Hey, you seem upset. Maybe if you look at this picture and gently shake your screen, you'll feel better. One of my friends had a health scare recently. He's doing well, but he got his raw MRI data and printed a life-sized model of his brain. These chips are so good. What are you eating, Paul? Help me. Do you guys remember this? Literally, what was it for? It feels like a fever dream because there's no explanation. Clown sightings, everyone was scared of clowns. Even I was scared of clowns. I thought they were coming to kill me. How to feel alive again. You've reached your limit of free article. Fan wish Drake a happy birthday. Man, screw that guy Drake and his birthday. The only view dogs really care about. Why did I think I would remember what this meant? Look into thing person said. A year ago today, I was visiting my parents and my mom was like, hey, let's go to this rock garden. This guy builds stuff of pebbles and I was not prepared. Wow, the patience of that man. Why do some individuals hate on people for having childish interests? We are literally on a floating rock in the middle of space. Who cares if someone wants to watch Looney Tunes? Sold my son's Xbox for $40. I feel like a piece of crap. In 2015, a Chinese man was in shock when all 17 of his girlfriends turned up to the hospital at once. After they saw he'd been involved in an accident on the local news, none of them were aware of each other, and some had been dating Mr. Yuan for years. Reminds me of the guy who had a girlfriend for every day of the year, so he would get birthday gifts every day. This has got to be the scariest part of the umbrella for sure. Dad keeps on piling plates up and not washing them. I don't know who he thinks is going to wash them. Does he not know that I'm a feminist? Update, I'm now washing the dishes. He said I can be a feminist outside his house. Smart. My dad once said, do what you hate first thing in the morning to get it out of the way. Then 2 months later called me on my birthday at 6 a.m. After 21 years married, I've asked my husband for a divorce. I feel happy and excited about a new chapter. Well, let me just say, you'll be extremely lucky if a new chapter is waiting for you. I've been divorced for 20 years and I haven't found anyone yet. Biggest mistake I've ever made. Some fits have gotta stay in the closet, bro. Dude is out here Wonka maxing and you're putting him in a what? A hoodie and snapback? Awful people. They're just hating. They know if they wore something like that, they would not look as good. Norway black metal bands writing songs about hate and hell and death when their houses look like this. My girlfriend pointed a firearm at me during an argument and I can't stop thinking about it. When you run, and you will, don't forget to zigzag. My girlfriend shot me after I broke up. It was just 7 days later he made this post. He did not zigzag. My husband said he did a double take of me when we first met, but I've also seen him do a double take of a free pile of dirt. Wait, free dirt? Where was the free dirt? Do you think it's still there? I'm a single mum and couldn't afford to buy my son a birthday present or Christmas. Eyelashes are son's birthday present. Eyelashes clearly won. Sometimes I blow on my ice cream before I take a bite. I have no idea why. Brain. Food is very temperature. Also brain. No worry, learned from soup. Know what to do. POV. You're bleeding out, but we have to wait for my Bluetooth to connect before I drive to the hospital. Oh no, the Bluetooth not working. Give me a sec, I need to fix it. Sorry. Sure, Crudes. You can make and manage phone calls. I don't care anymore. What they won't tell you in any cooking class is that to make the meal really tasty, you have to offer a sacrifice to the gap. For weeks, my parents have been at war against a very resourceful rat, and I've been begging them to call pest control. But no, my dad would rather balance a banana on a 2x4 over a garbage can full of water like a cartoon cat. Yo, your dad's trying to torture the rat. Oh, a horrible way to put it out. I don't like this. I know it's annoying and it's a rat, but still. This barista put stickers over the Starbucks logo on frappuccinos so girls can't take selfies with them. Why? Does he just hate girls taking selfies with his creations? Makes no sense. Turkish garbage collectors opened a library with all the books people threw out in their trash. The only paint job acceptable for a smart car. Lion steps on twig. The antelopes grazing in the savannah. This is the heart attack challenge. This is something Mordecai and Rigby would risk their lives over. I almost burned my house down. I was wondering what the hell happened to our spatula, and I find out through my sister on Being Struggle tweets. Chinese smoky quartz sunglasses, 12th century. If I was chilling in the 12th century and I saw someone wearing these, I would immediately go into catatonic shock at how cool they looked. The feminine urge to get a giant dog, buy a tiny house in the woods, and leave your former life behind. Don't let movies mislead you. Can I kiss you is like one of the cutest things you can say. I was too nervous to say that. Instead, my hookup line was, "So how may I tell you goodnight?" She replied, "Any way you want. May I? You may. We've been together for 15 and married 10 years now." I wasn't written by a man or a woman. I was written by a second grader writing their first short story. So there's no depth and no character development. Just doing stuff because I said so. My dad accidentally bought 60 pairs of reading glasses off the internet after misreading the quantity of his order. 60? Was he trying to order 6? What? Even 1 does not look like a 6. Wait, did he also not question how much the total came to? This guy's just blind. Thinking about the molding in my old apartment building mailroom. My flight leaving Houston is delayed because bees have congregated on the tip of one of the wings. They won't let us board until they remove the bees. How on earth will this happen? Won't they leave the wing when we take off? Dare to dream right now. Oh, but I mean, if they're piping hot. The girl child went to a potato-themed party for a 9-year-old today, and these were the gift bags. Oh nice, potatoes. Let's go on a road trip. It will bring us all so much together. The end of the trip. Yeah, we all hate each other now. I don't want to speak to you for a month. Boyfriend said he opens all takeout bags like this for quicker access to the contents. What do you guys think of the beard? Okay, bro, damn, we see them. I only married my wife because I had no other option at the time. I'm in a better place now, and I want to move on to someone else. Post your wife so someone else can take her and treat her right.
I may not want her, but I don't want nobody else to have her either.
Is that real? Yes, it's Brazil. Chase attempted to withdraw 99 billion from my checking account and still on hold. I wish I could just withdraw 99 billion from the bank and never come back to the country. I feel like this skeleton wants to... Never mind. I think we're all far more burnt out than we realize. No, I realize it. I'm just still driving despite the check engine light being on. Yeah, I'm running the engine on pure spite at this point.
Body wash free.
Zoom tells employees to return to office for work. Wait, Zoom has offices? You know what city never has an air quality problem? Roku City. Is the cure to male loneliness a third computer monitor? Yeah, it is. Time needed to earn 1 million euros, earning the average wage. This comment was deleted, and the account of this user is now under investigation for racism, hate crimes, and domestic terrorism. For self-defense gloves for ladies in 1850s London. This moving company was worth every penny. Meet Jeff Dabe. He had spectacular hands since birth.
Why is she so happy? Why is she giving us that smirk, huh?
I asked my boyfriend what he wanted for his birthday, and he just said, chicken wings. My dad is 46 and got 2 brothers that are 2 and 3 years old. These toddlers are my uncles. What is my grandpa on? I had this shirt for a year and always wondered why the sleeves were black until I met this man today. You guys got a fuse. I let my turtle out in the backyard and it did something to my mum's garden statue. How markers are tested. No wonder they barely work when you buy them. Italian cheesemaker dies after being crushed by 25,000 cheese wheels. If I was a cheesemaker, this is how I'd want to go out. You're given a choice, dinner with Margaret Robbie or Lionel Messi. I wouldn't be able to hold a conversation with either for very different reasons. What do single people do? Witness everyone get cheated on. You guys made fun of Plankton for dating a computer screen, and now look at you. I don't want to be an adult. I want to go to the shiny second-hand trinket store and spend $700. God is hiding somewhere in here, and he's only $4.99. Me, enjoying talking to myself in my room and living out my silly scenarios, until I realize I am exhibiting serious signs of mental illness. I just go along with it. I'm obsessed with this. Showing my cat random stuff he's probably never seen before. A parking ticket. Girlfriend said I would like to be a clam. I want to be reincarnated as a clam. And I said, I'd still date you if you were a clam. And my girlfriend replied, I don't think I would be concerned about such matters. I'd be a clam. And made clam sounds. Go find yourself a clam boyfriend. It ain't gonna be me. John Hopkins students invented edible tape to keep burritos closed while eating. I've been alive for 20 years and still haven't found the right thing to say when someone knocks on the door of the public bathroom urine. Come back with a warrant as my go-to. I be rubbing on my cat like them evil villains like they do in cat movies. Workers in Tennessee collecting dew from the mountains. Woman choosing deodorant versus men. Jet fighter pilot on vacation. 15 days at supermarket, 2 days at my house. Truth, but how and why? Of all the arbitrary differences between America and Britain, this one is my favorite. US versus UK Capri Sun. Orange. Rip snort and radical power punch cooler. If I die after I pay my rent, sit me on the couch till the 30th. Start your year off right on December 31st at 9:15. Get under your covers and fall asleep. Midnight will pass as you are in your deep, peaceful slumber, and your first encounter with the new year will be waking up well rested to a morning basked in sunlight and a day that's yours for the taking. No, I am going to do drugs. Happy Women's History Month. Do you have anything you want to say to women? I'm sorry, women. I just found a new pizza place that also does pizza for dogs, giving benefits to a charity. So this happened. I'm not religious, I don't really believe in signs, but less than half an hour later, after saying goodbye to my best friend Vader, this car drove right in front of us. Hard not to feel some kind of way about it. That is a huge sign. Rest in peace. Hard to not take this personally. Skinniest door I've ever seen at Taco Bell in Mason, Ohio. Syrup isn't available. What are you putting on these? Syrup? Just delivered an absolute fire joke in the work team's chat. I consider this to be the corporate version of a standing ovation. How do I teach my body that my fight or flight response is supposed to be life or death situations, not answering an email? Imagine starting a whole school because people don't like you. What do you make of this weirdly remodeled warehouse home in the UK? My favorite thing in the world is fiction that takes the concept of spaceship to its literal extreme, and I'm not exaggerating, that rocks. I'm sorry, what happened exactly? Family of man eaten by bedbugs gets $4 million settlement, still fighting for reform at county jail. The kid faked his death. I'm alive, he's gone. Neon's final words. Neon is dying. How did you know you were bulletproof? I didn't. I just knew that you weren't. See, it's stuff like this that makes me like the show. You mean the dialogue or the oily naked man? That's why they never came back. Yeah, because we tried killing them. Motorcyclists, once they figure out that nobody thinks they're cool for revving their engine at every red light. POV. You have the best uncle ever. Who cares? Money. What if we used 100% of the brain? Every time I have a programming question and I really need help, I post it on Reddit, then log into another account and reply to it with an obscenely incorrect answer. People don't care about helping others, but they love correcting others. Works 100% of the time. Nobody likes being around the one-up friend. Your day was hard, their day was harder. You got a good job, their job's better. You got 5 bands, they got 6. You went to Tennessee, they went to 11C. Johnny Depp looks like your friend's mum who didn't care if people drank as long as no one drove. Hey Joe. Joe Mama. Apologies, Mr. Mama. Are you still interested in a Nissan Rogue Sport? Sports culture is so funny. Like, we already dropped $200 to wear another person's work uniform. Stunning photograph shots in Australia, Hong Kong, Brazil, and all over Stonehenge near England. Of the rare superflower blood moon. He has no destination. He goes where the wind takes him. The moment my dog and my husband realized I was in the car beside him. Your dog and husband look so happy. Who the hell is that guy with the glasses though? An 18th century travel female urinal with an eye portrait in the inscription, "Ah, je vois petite queen," which roughly translates to, "Ah, I see your little peepee." An impossible pill to swallow. If cats could text you back, they would not. It's my Roomba's birthday today, so I'm bringing him to the beach and I'm just gonna let him go crazy. Cat becomes Polish city's top-rated tourist attraction. Toddlers can't tie shoes, have to wear Velcro instead. Toddlers, when they see a tablet, had to go to the mall, and as always, I'm obsessed with the Nordstrom shoe section. The feminine urge to ghost everyone and never speak again because I'm fully convinced no one actually likes me and I'm super annoying. Might be my best AI-generated art prompt to this date. I give you Pikachu painted by Monet. The neighbor's kids left a stick pile and wrote in sidewalk chalk, "For dogs, grab stick here, please take one." And it's maybe the most wholesome thing I've ever seen. I bought my dad some mugs with the little ceramic doggers at the bottom. He just handed me coffee, but I can't fill it up more than that or the dog will drown. They need to make the dog wearing some scuba diving equipment or an astronaut suit. My dad once complained about coming home from a long day at work and having to eat on a paper plate. So my mum served him dinner in a solo cup the next day, and we ate like we didn't notice. This girl next to me in my class offered me a sip of her drink because I mentioned that I was thirsty. I was not expecting to take a sip of vodka cranberry at 9:30 a.m. Not to be a complainer, but if dogs can have treats to clean their water, why can't we? My professor doesn't believe in laser pointers, so he uses a fishing pole with a foam finger attached and I can't contain myself. Field trips are wasted on kids. Imagine getting a whole day off work and getting to learn how watermill works. A wandering baby owl runs. Oh my, they're so cute. You wouldn't think this thing kills animals, would you? But it does. The more random people you see jogging for no reason, the higher the rent is going up. I heard a gunshot coming from my neighbor's yard late at night a few weeks after I moved in. I went to check it out. When I approached him, he told me he does it once every month or so, just to keep the property value and taxes. This would annoy me if I bought a house because everyone wants their house to go up. Does this guy just not want his house to go up? Kind of makes no sense. That guy might be doing some stuff behind the scenes, bro. You gotta check what your neighbor's doing. How are you just so casually glad? It's insane when old people just do nothing. Sitting near an old guy at the airport. He's just sitting. No book, no phone, no music. Not even looking around. Just staring straight ahead. Oh, the worst is when an old person starts to stare at you. They stare at you. You look back because you're thinking, are they staring at me? So you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna hold my gaze. They don't stop staring. So now I'm wondering, are they looking through me? Are they thinking? Am I being weird now that I'm staring back, or are they just staring at me? When I'm near the end of a bottle of body wash, I can make a few drops miraculously last for 8 showers, like it's Menra oil. And then when I get a new bottle, I'm doing full squeezes like it's never going to run out. Anyway, this is the same I am with money. Once I kind of run out, I leave a bit of liquid in there and then I just fill it up with water. Not full. Men will literally restore a coal-fueled steam engine, then operate it unpaid in their spare time instead of going to therapy. This is way better than talking about your feelings. You can put your feelings into the train. You can say, have a nice day, no problem. But saying, enjoy the next 24 hours sounds vaguely threatening. Yes, enjoy the next week if you do not subscribe to VaazkL. But if you do subscribe, enjoy the next week. I need to just drop my mic.